Hang on. I hit the wrong button. Hang on.
Oops.
Hello and welcome to the Otter's Den. Grab your favorite beverage and snacks, grab a seat, and delve into the known and the unknown. We have shows every other Monday and every other Monday. Let me explain. One Monday, Joni and I discuss the current astrology, how it affects us both on personal, countrywide, and global scales, and then how to navigate through it all to improve our overall quality of life. The next Monday, Jan and Renee join me as we discuss, well, everything. This includes the paranormal, cryptids, psychic abilities, hauntings, attachment, possessions, aliens, abductions, self help, life coaching, mental health, personal health, and the list goes on. Thank you in advance for joining us. Now it's time to sit back and enjoy.
Hi there.
What's going on?
Oh, there's so much going on. It's crazy. Welcome to the Otter's Den with your
Happy
host.
Storm Day.
Yeah. Yeah, it has been nuts the last 4 days here. We got flash flooding. We
I
got
know.
lightning. We got tornadoes. We got, yeah.
Dude, I'm on top of it whenever I see a tornado because we always have either Ryan Hall or Max Velocity on. And
Yep.
when I saw a couple of them coming towards you, I'm like texting you going, there's one headed your way. Because I always text people and say, look out.
I appreciate that.
Well, sometimes people get busy and that, I don't know if I'm sure y'all have sirens.
Yeah, we do. We do.
Yeah.
I was actually at work. I knew it was coming because I've been watching the radar, but I just didn't know exactly what was going on, and so we shut the machines down, and then I could watch the videos.
Yeah, for sure. That can be dangerous, especially
Absolutely.
yours out there in your area are like EF4s. You guys get the mat, like Kansas and Nebraska get like the EF5s.
Yeah, we get big ones.
You get you guys, a lot of people have like the storm cellars. We get the, like if we get a 3 or a 4 here, that, but they're still bad.
Yes.
I mean, it's thundering and lightning now, but we don't have if we have sirens, I'll just say, "Oh, gotta go. I gotta get noodles. We're going in the bathroom."
Yep.
That's where we go.
Yeah, I go to the basement under the stairs.
Yeah.
Hey, you. How you doing? It's your friendly neighborhood weirdo.
Just be careful. I mean, you guys are getting crushed this year. Well, it's more like Michigan and Indiana and Illinois are getting crushed.
When we get a storm, I go out on the front porch.
Yeah.
And I sit and I feel it. And I absorb the energy from it.
Yeah.
And over the last 3 days, it was different. There's something not right about it.
Weird.
I think, I'm just going to say it, I think there were accelerated, if that makes sense.
Well, it wouldn't surprise me because I'm a weather geek and I watch the weather. I love it. And it's like I told you, the last 5 years, we have been in Tornado Alley. Every other night, our sirens were going off.
Yeah.
This year, they're all headed out by you all.
Yeah, they came home.
Yeah, they decided they didn't like us. They don't like the Ohio River because a lot of our storms break at the Ohio River.
Uh-huh.
But it wouldn't surprise me. But it's an odd tornado season. It's not a normal tornado season.
No, it's different.
No, it's not. But we have like the tornado season. I don't know if you're not paying attention, but I am in the Thomas Massey tornado here.
Okay.
The guy running for Congress that the big fight is about. He's in my district.
Is he really?
Yeah. Every night I get home, I don't know where it is. Matt put it on the computer because I complain every night when I get every night. We have these door hanger things. I must have 500 door hangers reminding me to vote. I have never seen anything like it here in my life. We had all these people were here this weekend. They were knocking on everybody's door. All these creators came here and people were just hiding. I mean, it's like, go. We all know, go, we're not used to this.
Yeah.
We don't, we vote tomorrow. Now, he was not ahead. He's always won. He's always won by a big margin. But now the other guy is winning.
Really?
We don't know. No one knows. I'm just going to go tomorrow and vote like I always do. But it's like, God, get out of here. Leave us alone.
I hear that.
So that we're in that firestorm right now. It makes the energy of your whole area weird.
It does. It really does.
It's like all these people came in, and it's like we're not like that. We're country. This is country people.
Yes.
And country people are different.
Hey, speaking of being in the country and storms, it just started raining cats and dogs, and I got to let my dog in. I'll be right back.
Go get him.
I apologize.
Okay. Well, I'll talk, but I hope everybody's doing okay tonight. I can't see the chat, but hi, everybody. Hope y'all are doing. I'm sorry I'm rambling. It's just the big excitement here. We never have big political things. Never here, but we're a little. I'm tired of it. You can't even get on Facebook because that's all that's on there. My mailbox is stuffed with all this campaign crap. Oh, it's exhausting. It's exhausting. I'm glad I'm in a rabbit hole right now with the case I'm on, because it's a missing person case, because you get into a missing person rabbit hole and the whole world could collapse around you, and you're just like I'm in a cocoon. I'm in like the missing person cocoon, which I think I'll do that. I'm just talking to myself. I'm talking to everybody in the chat. I was glad though. Pete Hegseth just landed here. The guy in charge of the war.
Yeah.
He just landed here. Now, I would have liked to have gone and seen him. He's a young military guy.
Yes.
They do. Now, I would have gone and seen him.
Thunder.
Hey,
Susan, welcome. Thank you.
Now, because I'm a military mom, so I would have liked to seen the military people. But I don't think he's ever been here.
I don't know.
I doubt it. I mean, he's a young man. I wonder if my son-in-law's there. Because he works all the security for them.
Okay. And where's that at?
He's in my city somewhere, but probably one of the companies.
Okay.
Because the airport is like a mile, maybe a mile and a half away. So, but that's the big excitement here. Now I would have gone to, because I think anytime you go to a military thing, it's really nice. It's nice to see military families.
Yeah.
I think we should support our military families for the kids that are over there.
I do too. Everybody blames the military for what the military does. The soldiers, they get orders from higher up.
That's right.
They have to do what they have to do. And I really think that they should be supported. If we have an issue with what the military is doing, we need to go to our elected officials in order to get them to talk to the higher ups and get things changed.
when TJ was, God, 19, I guess TJ and Liz were like 19, if they were
Heroes.
19. And
Opinions.
and
Opinions. That's fine.
that's cool. I just like to support the military because I'm a military mom.
Thank you.
But when TJ was on his tours in Afghanistan, we didn't know, like, for 6 months at a time where he was at.
Yeah. They got to keep it secret.
So I think it's important it's not the family's fault. You got to be supportive. And that's why I would have liked to have gone to see because I'm sure military moms would have been there tonight.
Yeah. And you got to understand, if the military has an operation and it's a secret operation and they don't want the enemy to know what's happening, they're not going to put it out on the news before they go do it. They're just going to go do it, and then it'll get reported on.
Yeah.
So they'll tell us sometimes, eventually, but before they do the operation, they got to keep things quiet.
Yeah.
And as many people that are involved in that operation in order to make it happen, it's crazy. And how they kept Venezuela quiet and Iran quiet. Know. I don't know how they did it, but they did.
Because the families don't know. We didn't know.
Hang on. The one reporter that leaked something put everybody in danger when those two pilots went down in Iran. They leaked that, and the enemy hears that. So then they know there's two pilots that are alive out there, and they went looking for them. We went in and we got them out within 24 hours, I think. But you can't do that. You can't leak that information out. That
you can't.
To the operation to succeed.
We would go months without knowing where he was, and we didn't know where he was. And I think it's important to support other military families. And my daughter was 19 down there, and the average age of the girls that were down there alone, many of them with tiny babies. Hagen was just born down there.
Uh-huh.
They're alone.
Yeah.
Their husbands are places that they don't even know where they're at.
Yeah.
It's very important to support military families. I don't care if you believe in it or not. I didn't believe in Afghanistan. That was the hardest 5 years of my life.
Iraq.
But you still support the families.
Absolutely.
Period. End of it.
Absolutely. And Iraq, we didn't go in looking for WMDs. We went in looking for a tomb. And
there weren't any.
No, they found the tomb.
Right.
They found Gilgamesh's tomb, and they were also looking for a portal that was left there from the past. That's what they were looking for. The first thing they hit was the museums. Why would you hit the museums if you're looking for WMDs?
You wouldn't. But that's why I would go see him, because I wanted to support the girls that were there. They're there. You have to support military families, period.
Absolutely.
What's funny is this is all playing out, and you saw the UK.
Oh, yes. I shared the post. There was 1 million people protesting.
It's all in the astrology.
There's 20,000 people that got arrested for Facebook posts. It's
easy
over there. Yeah. Yeah. Over, since the leader says, free speech is important, but they're locking people up for a Facebook post.
Because they posted the event?
No, this is last couple years.
Yeah, they have been.
The crackdown on free speech over the last few years has been crazy, since they have been getting all of these illegal immigrants into the country, welcoming them. Hey, come on, and it's pretty much a Muslim nation now. Not docking the religion. Okay. I have my issues with it. I have my issues with religion. I have my issues with a religion in general. But the fact is that country is being taken over, just like this one is. and it causes issues. And then the government thinks they have to, step in. Hey, you can't bash these people. That's racist. No, I just have a problem with the policies. I ain't got a problem with where that person's from, what color they are. I have a problem with what they believe in. That is not racism. That is being knowledgeable and wise.
They took over 1,000 seats on this election, 1,000 seats away from the other party.
Yeah.
And it was all in the astrology, and it just happened in Germany as well. So you've got Germany and now UK doing it. So we're going to see the EU dissolve.
Yes.
The EU is going to dissolve.
Yeah, it's in process right now. And with what Trump is doing with Iran, the astrology hits there as well. But that is aiding because he asked our allies to help him with this. And they said, kick rocks. And now they can't get fuel. They can't get jet fuel. They can't get oil. And he's like, well, I guess you should help me. And I don't blame him. The man's a genius.
Let's look at their chart. Our gas is down to $4.22 right now.
Nice.
A gallon. Yeah.
See what I paid the other day. I just had my receipt. Got this right here somewhere in this big pile.
$4.22.
That's Walmart. Probably going to be the last one. Yeah, it is. It's the last one. $3.79.
Yeah, we're at $4.22. We'll take it, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I am willing to pay a little. Mr. Odell himself, founder of the Rip Nation Network, go like his pages and watch his shows. Awesome shows. Ed, if you want, put your link in the comments so people can go find you. But shit, I squirreled. Oh, I squirreled.
You're at $3.79.
Oh, yes. I am willing to pay a little bit more for an American-made product, and I am willing to pay a little bit more for gas for the right reasons. And I feel, in my opinion, this is the right reason.
Well,
this country has been at this for 40-some years, and no leader has stood up to them until now. And he's saying, you know what? This stops. You are not going to kill our soldiers anymore. You are not going to kill your citizens anymore. They killed 40,000 of their citizens because they were protesting. Killed them, ran over them with tanks. Okay?
I know.
I believe in this. Now, how everything's going down, maybe not exactly. Some things Trump does, I agree with. Some things he does, I don't agree with. It's just a thing. But he's not going to be able to make everyone happy.
You're allowed.
Snap his fingers and make everything happen overnight because he has so many people fighting against him, okay? And what he wants to do. He wants to free those people. I know the media says that's not true, but it is. He wants to control that strait. He wants to control oil flow. He is making the Western Hemisphere a fortress, okay? He wants to worry about our hemisphere, not there. So he wants to get that taken care of, pull out. We're selling oil to China. We sold 2 tankers full of oil to China.
We did?
Yes. Okay. It's going to happen more. We have plenty. Don't let the media lie to you. We have plenty.
We got it here.
It's everywhere. Okay.
Well, on Iran's chart,
that's going to help our economy, which is going to
Are you there? You're frozen. Keith froze on us. Keith, you're frozen. I think he got hit by lightning. I think the line got hit by lightning. You're frozen. Okay, then I'll talk to you guys about their chart till he gets back on here. Their chart, I just looked at their chart, right? For Iran's chart. And they are an Aries rising. So what is happening right now is as Saturn moves away, that's the mood of the country. So what's happening is Saturn moves away from, they've got the moon right on their rising. Iran does, which is the people. So the people are being very restricted with with Saturn right there. Saturn's moving away from them. So that's a good thing. But they're in Aries rising, and we just had that great conjunction on February 20th on their rising sign. Let's see what else is going on. Let's see in their chart. Interesting. Where did Keith go? I can't see the chat, you guys. Chat with everybody. Let me see. I'm going to try to see. Oh, I can see the chat, y'all. I can see the chat. Okay, storm pause. Okay. Hi, Doug. Well, he's got to try to come back in here. I texted him and told him. Maybe his cable went out. We'll just give him a couple more minutes. I said, you're frozen. Okay, he answered. I just texted him. So that was Iran's chart. They're in Aries rising. We had all those issues hitting Aries. Remember? So,
Hi.
Hi? I'm talking about Iran's chart. We're chatting.
Okay. Yeah. I lost power for a minute and everything just went bluey.
I just kept talking. I was talking about Iran's chart.
Hey, Doug, nice to see you. That right there. Keep talking truth and get shut down. Not wrong. Ain't the first time.
That's hilarious. I was just talking away. I'm like, oh, I knew you'd come back.
Always. Hey, Cindy, how you doing?
Hi, Miss Cindy. I text Cindy your radar and our radar, and she's like, oh no.
Hey, Cindy, while you're on here, put a link to your show in the comments if you would. That way people can find you. Cindy is also on the RNN network.
She'll be on at 9:00.
Yeah, I think
for
8.
Her energy.
Yeah, 8 here, 8 Central, 9 Eastern, I think.
Eastern.
Cool.
Look at are you want to see something good? I made a copy of something good for you. Then I'm going to tell you. I want to tell you about the Book of Enoch.
Yes.
Because you're going to love this. Okay, are you ready for June? Now, do you remember when I said, oh my God, Keith, look at freaking April. It was like 3 pages of transits, right?
Yeah.
Are you ready for June?
I don't know.
This is it.
That's it?
That's it.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay.
And June the 9th, mark this down. Everybody mark down June the 9th, one of the luckiest days of the year. Venus and Jupiter together play the lottery. June the 9th. I probably shouldn't be saying that, should I?
Why not?
Oh, okay.
Everybody has free will.
Very lucky transit. Or go to the, don't go to the casino or nothing, but you could get a lottery ticket. Venus is front and center in June, which is good for romance.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Here's another. Oh my God.
I'm just going to put this out there to the universe. Hey, I'm good with that. I'm okay with that.
Here we go. Mark this date down. June 16th. Go out on June 16th. That's a good dating night. It would be a good night. Oh, she's not on tonight. I'm not on tonight. We'll be back next Monday talking about distance healing.
Yeah, becoming universally aligned on the RNN network.
Yeah.
And what date was that, Joni?
June.
16th?
Okay. So we got June the 9th
Yep.
is lucky day. June 16th
Okay.
is great for romance, great for dating. It's also excellent if you want to do readings or healing work, anything spiritual work, because it's with Neptune. It's Venus and Neptune. So that's just a very dreamy, creative, nice, romantic transit.
Nice.
And then we got a couple little ones. But then we got June 29th, Mercury goes into retrograde, which is okay. Not a big deal.
Right.
Not a big deal. Not from what we've been through. That is June. So remember, we said we're going to rest up May and June. You rest up in May and June. Right?
And
Here's July 19th. Now, and I guess this is a 5-pointed star, but it's lopsided. So I don't know whatever it is. I got to still study it. Look at that configuration.
Okay. I
Look
see
at
it.
that. See that?
it.
There's
Pentagram.
it's a pentagram. 1, 2, 3, 4 sextiles,
On a full moon.
4 trines, 4 sextiles, 2 oppositions. What in the hell is? We don't know what's going to happen.
Well, because it's never been recorded in human history.
Never.
So astrology works by seeing what's happened and looking at what happened in the past. Okay, this is what happened here. This is what we can expect now,
Right.
in some kind of similar fashion.
Right.
Well, what Joni's explaining to everybody right now is this may have happened at some time, but never in human recorded history has it happened. So we don't know what is going on in the most wondrous way.
That's right. Well, and it's all trines. It's all sextiles. 4 sextiles, 4 trines, 2 oppositions. But we've gone back 14,000 years and found things. So and if the people that are saying I can't find it are the best astrologers that I follow,
yes,
they can't find it. AI can't find it. If AI can't find it,
it's not there.
It's not there.
It's not there. And AI can go back further than what we can easily.
That's right.
And nothing.
And if you ask Grok about it, Grok says, well, what do you think's going to happen? So even AI is like
clueless.
What are your cosmic feelings? And I'm like, I don't have any, because I have no clue. And Grok is like, we don't either.
I'm with Denise, at least partially. I think. Hey, April, thank you for sharing. Welcome. What I think is going to happen. I'm not going to name anything specifically, but I think what's happening currently will be assisted in playing out the way it needs to. And I think it will hit us individually the way it needs to in order to make us grow. If we've been doing our shadow work and growing, I think it's going to be hit in a good way. We're going to be gifted somehow. But if you haven't, if you've been hiding from everything that you've been through in your life and refused to look at it and heal it and move it up and move it out and give it up back to the universe to make room for more, better stuff, I think you're going to get hit pretty hard. Yeah. So I would recommend going and looking in the mirror, literally, physically, looking in the mirror and asking yourself, who am I? Why am I the way I am? Do I like myself? Can I admit to myself that I don't like myself? Talk to yourself. Do your shadow work. It is important. Dive into the part of you that you refuse to see. That's your shadow.
I think it's more important now than ever.
Yes, absolutely.
And I would say take May and June. Even if you look at astrological patterns, you never get any more than you can take. And you do get a rest.
Mhm.
And May and June are rest up time. And I think it's time to collect your thoughts and to get your act together and hold yourself accountable.
Yeah,
Because
that resting time is to figure your shit out,
yeah,
just
because
to heal physically, mentally, emotionally. It is to heal.
at least make an effort, because July, I was going to print off July and just show it to you, but there were 7 pages, and I'm like, I can't even look at this today. I didn't print it. I said I can't look at this today.
So that may be a longer show, is what you're telling me.
Yeah, I don't even know. I don't even want to look at it. I'll look at it in June.
Okay.
Because sometimes it's like,
Well,
April was hard enough
yeah,
to look at.
but that's just like the retrogrades. When you get hit with a retrograde, okay, that is to help you grow. It's not to punish you.
Oh.
It is to get you to look at something and heal that aspect, okay? And hang on, words are hard. Wow. I am squirreling. Nice.
It's the weather.
I had a path I was going to go down. I did, and it made sense. Give me just a second here. See, I was talking about retrogrades, and they're here to help. And the resting time. I got nothing.
This configuration, Denise will know it, and Cindy will too. They'll know what I'm talking about. I have yapped about the magic triangle for, Denise, what, Cindy, a year?
Yeah.
In this thing in July 19th, 18th, 19th, there are 3 magic triangles formed.
Really?
And a trine. 3 magic triangles in this thing.
I swear this year. Okay. We said 2019's our year. No, 2020. Oh, fuck. 21. No. 22, 23, 24. Come on. 25. Okay. 26. I really think that this is the year that everything is going to balance out. Some aren't going to like it. Some are going to like it.
Right.
It's just like anything. One person may like bacon sandwiches. Another person thinks they're a heathen and the devil because they eat bacon sandwiches.
Everybody likes a bacon sandwich.
Well, not everybody.
If you don't like a bacon sandwich, there's something wrong.
Well, I bet you if the people I'm thinking of would actually try a bacon sandwich, I bet you they would like it, but they're not allowed to eat it. It's called halal. I don't remember. I don't know. Anyway, I digress. But we need to be patient. And I trust me, I have a huge problem with patience. I want this alien stuff out, and I want it out now. They're giving little bits and little pieces of stuff that they've already put out. And then the Pentagon and some, said, yeah, we ain't got nothing. No, bull, you got something. We need it. Give it to us.
We got another scientist, another one. We're at 14 now.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what's funny is, and I've been doing their charts on the show, and the 2 kids, the one young man that was in his Tesla and the young girl, Amy.
Yeah.
They both have some real similarities in their chart that are really weird. I'm trying to put all the charts together and trying to find out who's got similarities and what they are and what are the main things in the charts. And there's like 14. I'm like, God, go away. This has got 2 kites in it too, you guys. So we have 3 magic triangles, 2 kites, and a trine, and a mystic rectangle.
Yeah.
I've never in my life.
I just got reminded. Thank you. I looked at your comment again, Cindy. I feel like that was the shake up of the fire. Fire cleanses. It doesn't just destroy, it cleanses and gives room for rebirth, regrowth. when there's a forest fire, certain pine trees cannot open their pine cones unless it's heated with a fire in order to let the seeds out. And then this new growth spurts up, all the non, the invasive species, they get taken out and the natural forest can grow back. I think that's what's happening here. The astrology is assisting us in purging through fire, metaphysical fire, not physical fire, although there are states like Nebraska that have had massive fires.
That's crazy.
So it's both metaphysical and physical, political fire, so that things can balance out and be rebuilt. And things need to be rebuilt. I don't know how it's going to get rebuilt, but it's getting rebuilt. It's got like the tower card in tarot. That tower's got to fall before you can build a new one in its place. The death card in tarot. It doesn't mean you're going to die. It means a part of you is going to ascend to a better place. And we need to allow that to happen. And this country, this world, this earth needs to ascend to a better place.
It is because now what's important about this little whatever's out going to be there pentagram is the number 4. They're at 4 degrees, right? So what's funny is the number 4 resonates with all 4 elements: earth, air, fire, and water. Solid foundations, hard work and practice, divine protection, organization, and order. So trust the process. Focus on the details.
Yes. And the foundation. You mentioned the foundation.
Foundation.
When I had the house fire, I had to tear everything out of here and I had to start rebuilding at the foundation, the basement walls. I had to start there. And that's also where I started rebuilding myself, was at my foundation, my core of who I was. I didn't like who I was. I'd been working on myself for quite a while, but that fire allowed me to see even more to heal. So I've said it before, I'll say it again. It was a blessing in disguise. It got me out of a relationship that I shouldn't have got into in the first place. Thankful for the experience, thankful for the lessons, but you go do you and grow over there. I'm good here. But it showed me that, you're not supposed to be here. This is what you're supposed to be doing. Okay. It showed me a lot of things, but again, fire cleanses. It cleansed a lot of problems out of this home. The second floor was ready to fall in, and I didn't realize it. It wasn't built right in the first place.
See?
Now it is. I did it. I wasn't built right in the first place. I'm getting there. Your foundation is your core. If you don't have a strong foundation, you're not going to be able to do the things you want to do. You're not going to be able to be happy when you want to be happy. You're going to be in the drama mindset. You got to cause chaos. Nobody else can be happy around you. And you try to drag them down to your level of vibration instead of trying to bring yourself up to theirs.
Right.
It's the way it should be done.
So
when you do that,
it's going to be the number 4.
4. That's my number.
Is it?
That's one of my numbers. Yeah.
And you know what? It's all fire and air signs.
Hey, Renee. Thanks. Hey, no, you're never late.
It's all fire. Oh, Renee, I'll get your chart to Keith tomorrow. I've got him.
Yep. Renee, a witch or a wizard is never late. They arrive precisely when they intend to. Gandalf. Just saying.
This is all air and fire. Jupiter will just be moving into Leo, which is gigantic. You know what? In America's chart, that's moving into the 9th house of legal and judiciary.
Imagine that.
This is
We need
gigantic.
We need a lot.
This is gigantic, and this is going to be This is going to be topped only for about, when the moon goes into Libra, it hits the 5th point, right?
Uh-huh.
So the moon moves every 2.5 days. So by every hour, the moon is going to be moving away from this, this whatever this is, the 2 kites, the 3 magic triangles, the trine, and the mystic rectangle.
Right there. Right there.
Well, this goes into play with the Pluto return, because on November the 4th, 2024 is when we were officially out of the Pluto return in the United States. So I knew then that everything had collapsed. We may not have seen it,
Right.
but the old had completely collapsed, meaning
Yeah.
financial system, government, everything that we didn't see, it happened.
Yeah, they've been rebuilding behind the scenes for a long time.
Yep, started in 2008. So this is going to be huge. I'm gonna frame this date. This might be a tattoo. I'll
There you
tell
go.
you.
Hell yeah.
I'll tell you. But okay, you are going to love this. And I don't know why I guess I got into it because I don't know where. It seemed like from the 1980s, astrology was demonic.
Yeah.
We heard that. I'm like, okay. I just ignored it. But and then it went away. And
Yeah.
people became more accepting of
Yes.
astrology. Now
Astrology, witchcraft.
right.
Magic.
Now the demonic thing is back. So I'm thinking, okay, whatever. So I thought, all right. I love the lost books of the Bible. I know all about, Constantine was a warlock.
Mm-hmm.
One of the worst murderers out there. So in the book of Enoch, okay, let's sharpen up on this a little bit. So I did.
There's 3 books of Enoch, by the way.
There's 5.
Oh, is there 5?
There's
I've only heard of
5.
3.
You've got dreams, the constellations, the watchers. There's 5.
Okay.
There's 5.
I got homework to do.
Yeah, 5 smaller. Okay. Oh, here we go. The book of parables, the book of watchers, the book of astrology, dreams, and then the regular book of Enoch.
Okay.
So you got 5. It's 5 smaller little chapters inside of one book, right? So Enoch was what? The great grandfather of Noah, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So Enoch was the guy that came between heaven and earth.
Noah's grandfather.
Noah's great grandfather, right?
Okay.
Great grandfather. Yeah, great grandfather. So what happened is you know who the Watchers are, right?
Yes.
The Watchers came down here and messed around with the women, apparently, and they had the big giants because the fallen angels messed around with the human women, and then they created the giants.
The Nephilim.
Yeah. So they did some bad things. Well, what happened is Archangel Uriel, Uriel,
Yes.
okay. So the angels were sent down here to, because God said, I'm going to get a flood. You know what? We're going to wash this away if this doesn't stop, because, this is a mess. All these giants running around. So some of the warriors taught astrology. Okay. what were their, I got their names. I can't pronounce their names. I don't know why I'd even try, because there's two watchers that taught astrology to the humans. But it was the prediction part, which I've always said, no, you can't predict astrology. It's based on past patterns. It's history.
Right.
You can't predict the future, right?
No.
So Uriel came down and taught Enoch the right way to learn astrology. And even in the book, which is the chapter, you're going to die when you hear this. It even 364-day calendar, right?
Yep.
And even, Uriel goes into the sun, the moon, and even that there are 12 places which are called portals, right? But those are the houses.
Yeah.
With the 30 degrees. So in the book of Enoch is the astrology wheel down to the houses, right? And it's also the 4 seasons. I mean, it's all in there. But when you teach it to help people keep positive and to help people get through and be on their path, and you use it properly.
Yes.
So in other words, when, this is my take, I'm probably wrong, but when Constantine took, now the book of Enoch is in some Bibles, but when they saw Enoch, the book of Enoch, they're like, oh no, we can't have angels screwing humans and all this. We can't have this. So they booted it out, right? So it never made the
King James version.
Never made the King James.
Okay. Don't even get me started on King James. You should do your homework on King James.
Not a good version. But that's why I like the lost books.
Yeah. Enoch was also essentially abducted by aliens. He was taken to heaven.
Yeah.
Okay, on a fiery chariot. And he's describing, in the only words that he had back then, a spaceship with lights and buttons and thunder.
Enoch, sorry, man.
He agrees.
Crap.
But
that's hilarious.
It's a very interesting read. And that's why it's knowledge. There are several books of the Bible that actually talk about spaceships. They describe spaceships. You were talking about this is all taboo and evil. They say stones and crystals are evil. Well, guess what? They use stones and crystals in the Bible for protection on their vests, before they go out in battle. It's in there.
Yep.
But before people knock this stuff, they need to do their homework because it's in your Bible.
Yes, it is. Now, the lineage, you got to remember the lineage of Enoch is the 4-time great-grandson of Adam.
Yes.
4 times great-grandson of Adam and the great-grandfather of Noah. So, modern Christian church describes astrology as evil. However, many instances, stars, planets are key role in the Bible. It's amazing of the constellations and all of the parables that Jesus spoke of that connect with all the zodiac signs. It's amazing.
How did the 3 wise men find baby Jesus? By following the stars.
The Magi. Well, that's what we're in right now, is the Magi triangle.
Yes.
So, Uriel is the archangel of astrology. And if you go through like the constellations and the different verses, there are some that are stretched, but boy, there are so many things with references to the stars. But it's really interesting that, and so I asked Grok about it, and I said, so if you teach astrology the way that Uriel taught Enoch, then it's not evil. Is that correct? And he said, and Grok's, I don't know if Grok is a he or she, but Grok said, absolutely, you're spot on. But when you do it out of conning people and fear based and
It'll hit you.
forecasting, you can't forecast because people, and it's like Grok and I talked, forecasting takes away somebody's free will. So if I forecast somebody in somebody's chart and say, oh, this Pluto is going to cause you to lose your job or do this or that, you're taking away that person's God-given free will.
Yes. Yeah. And Renee's King James wrote a book called Demonology that was first sold in 1597, several years prior to the first publication of the King James authorized version of the Bible. King James, who worked with his aunt to off the head of his mother in order to control the country. Just saying. Also, he was gay, had affairs with men at that time, and he
Dude,
your Bible.
Constantine murdered his own family. I mean, they pulled cannons out of the Bible. I don't want to hear it. But this Enoch is an interesting read.
It is.
So then you come armed so that when you're called a demon, you can say, well, not really, because Archangel Uriel taught Enoch the proper way.
Yes.
And I try to practice as an astrologer the proper way. I never predict.
And
it's your free will.
The Watchers, the quote, fallen angels, that came here. They taught man about fire. They taught man about weapons. They taught man about math, astrology, magic. They taught us everything we know. And for that, they got segregated and thrown in a hole and chained for till Judgment Day. We don't know when Judgment Day is.
Some got off with easier sentences than others. Mm-hmm. Michael did that. Uriel did it too. They split. You know, a couple of them had to go down and ban some of them. You're bad.
But it all leads to the fact that God didn't want humans having this information.
Wrong.
God or gods, because the original translation says, we will make man in our image. We.
Yeah.
Our.
Well,
I
think when you go around calling people demonic and stuff, I automatically just red flag that. You know what I mean? Not everything's demonic, and it's like, God, shut up.
I really dislike people using that term because I have firsthand experience with a demon. Okay, I have experience with a few, and you need to specify your actions are demonic. Okay, your actions. That's something a demon would do. Okay, the person is not a demon. Their actions are, and that's why that person needs to do their shadow work in order to become a better person.
Or that person, they need to study.
That person can be overtaken by a demon, because when your vibration is very low and that's the kind of behavior you put out, you're setting yourself up. You're setting yourself up. You're opening that door, say, hey, I'm not going to say the words, but, here I am.
It's a universal law. You get back what you put out. So when you run around and say, I hate this, I hate that, this person is demonic, guess what comes back to you?
Good stuff.
It is good stuff. It's
if you
fun.
Do good stuff, you get good stuff back. If you do bad stuff, you get bad stuff back. Oh, you like that? Okay, here's some more. That's what spirit sees. That's what the angels see. They speak a different language than what we do. They speak energies. So if you're constantly in that negative attitude, they're going to think, okay, you like that. Here's some more. No, change.
Well, change words and intentions and thoughts are very powerful. And I think people should do deep dives like this and learn and constantly keep reading and studying and jumping
Oh,
into rabbit holes.
I learned I was an asshole.
Yeah, that's so funny because Greg, Greg is so funny. Greg is a Scorpio too. He's a
Yeah.
Scorpio stellium. And I'm like, oh, I've been married 4 times and blah, blah, blah. And it's this one did that and this one did that and this blah, blah. And Greg is like very calm, very calm and very sweet. And he said, what's the common denominator in your
Yes.
4 marriages?
Yes.
I mean, very calmly. And I just stopped and we were in the woods at the prayer at the gardens. And I'm like, oh, that would be me. And he said, okay. And that's all he said. He's like, so out of those 4 relationships, who was the common denominator? And I'm like,
I was.
maybe me.
I
Okay, me.
Why?
Yeah. And I mean, and that's all it took. Didn't
Ow.
raise his voice, let me rant. But as soon as he just looked at me and I was like, that was one of those,
Son
okay.
of a bitch.
Yeah, that was one of those moments where it was like, it's time to be accountable.
Yeah.
And that's all it took. And it just blossomed from there.
Because if you're not, guess what's going to happen to the next relationship you get into? It's going to fail.
Right.
Because you're going to make it fail. Whether you're codependent, you're afraid,
Yep.
whatever, you're going to make it fail. So you need to heal yourself.
Yep.
And
You do.
words are important, just like Renee said. There's a demon and there's a daemon. There's a balance. Okay.
Yeah.
A demon, they're out to shit up. But a daemon, they look very similar to a demon. If you're in the paranormal, they look very similar. But that daemon has stuff to do. He's got a job here. He's taking all the nasty stuff that's not supposed to be here and shipping it back to where it's supposed to be. Okay. He's got a job. How you can tell the difference. If you can see, feel, hear, that daemon will tell you, leave me alone. I'm working. Okay. That right there tells you that thing is not after you. He's got a job. He just wants to do his job. That's it. Demon, he's going to be like, oh, yeah, come here. Come here, you big decision, you. Okay. You need another $20 for that slot machine? Yeah, here you go. Look on the floor.
Here, I've got Girl Scout cookies.
Yeah. Yeah. So there's a difference. If you're in the paranormal, you got to know what you're looking at. You got to know what you're looking for. If you don't, you can do more damage trying to help that client. You really got to know.
And if you're going to go and mess and do that kind of stuff, you better do the work and know what you're doing.
Yes.
You can't just go out and say, oh, I'm going to go ghost hunting. No.
If you don't know how to do shadow work, find somebody that does, that can assist you and teach you.
That's right.
There are manuals you can order, self-help shadow work manuals. They're not that bad. I've seen them. It'll at least get you started. But the best thing you can do is walk in front of your mirror.
Yep.
In your bathroom, in your bedroom. I don't care where your mirror is. In your truck, you got a rear view mirror. You got 2 side mirrors. You got mirrors. Okay. But look at yourself and ask yourself, do I like me? Why don't people like me? Should I like me?
Or if you get mad at somebody or somebody's mad at you or you're mad, say, gosh, what did I do to make them mad?
That, or it could be a mirroring situation where they are mirroring you. You don't like that person. You don't know why, but they are showing you yourself. It's called mirroring.
Yep.
And it's handy. It's irritating, but it's handy. I've learned a lot from that.
Yep. And that's just called a spiritual awakening. It's that simple. It's like, oh crap. It doesn't have to be somebody telling you something nasty or screaming at you. It can be very matter of fact. And those moments hit, but you have to be open to receiving them.
Yeah, and what they tell you can trigger a memory, a traumatic event from your past, and it sets you off, and you just rip their ass apart. Well,
Yep.
guess what? It's not their trigger, it's yours. It's not
Yep.
their problem, it's yours. But yet
Yep.
you're tearing them apart because of your trigger. You need to take a pause, practice the
Yep.
pause, take a step back and say, okay, why did that just piss me off? Why did that just trigger me? And then look at your past and figure it out. If you do that, that trigger goes away. That round comes out of that chamber.
Yep. I'm going to tell you, do it in May and June, because July is go time for go time. I don't know what it is. I mean, I'm going to have to, I'll pick it apart and study it, because it'll be fun to
Yeah.
look at it and guess. But
We've got what, 2 more Mercury retrogrades this year, or just 1?
we've only had 1.
Okay, so we got 2 more.
2 or 3 more. I think there's only 3 this year.
There's 3 a year, and so we've got 2 more. Have we been through Pluto?
Pluto's in retro right now.
Okay. Ha! Imagine that. Okay, that explains some things. If you don't do what Mercury shows you, Mercury brings little things up. Say, hey, you need to look at this. You need to heal this. You need to give it back to the universe. Once you get it healed, that will make room for better things to come into your life. And Pluto or Mercury will keep doing that. And if you keep shoving it under the rug, under the keyboard, what have you, it gets stronger and stronger. And then when Pluto goes into retrograde, if you haven't done that, you will get hit like a Mack truck.
Well, yeah, it's there now till I think October. So
Pluto retrograde is a lengthy one. Mercury's are short. You have your pre-shadow retrograde. That's a couple of weeks before the retrograde hits. Then you have your retrograde. See, during the pre-shadow, you start noticing little things. Okay. Then during the retrograde, you really get shown things, and you're supposed to be doing the work, the shadow work. And then the post-retrograde for a couple of weeks after.
Yep.
That's when you're supposed to think about what you've learned. That's just like a new and full moon. Most people start feeling them 3 days before, 3 days, and it lasts for 3 days after. There's a reason for that. Okay, we're going to do this, and now let's learn.
Yeah. It's definitely a process. But I'll tell you, I think, I don't know. July's going to be exciting. We'll have to wait and see.
And Cindy brings up a good point. 12-step programs dig deep into self and removing ego, good for shadow work. Okay. The ego is not necessarily a bad thing. It is there to protect us. However, it can be used in the wrong way. Mm-hmm. And that's when people get in trouble from it. There is such a thing called ego death. Mm-hmm. It is not the complete death of your ego. It is a transformation of it from using it the wrong way. I am all that in a bag of chips and you ain't shit. Hey, wait a minute. Maybe I need to look at this different. Because, I've got all this stuff, but I'm not happy. Why aren't I happy?
Right.
That person doesn't have everything I got and they're happy. So maybe I need to look at things a little differently. Your ego just goes, whoop.
Yeah.
It's still there to protect you, but it's really minimized if you do your work.
Well, I think there's a difference between having an ego and being confident.
Oh, yeah. Being confident.
And to be confident just out of experience, or been there, done that, or I've lived through that. And but egos are just, it's like one of the worst things, I think.
Well, it's like, the guy with the huge ego. Okay. And he walks up to this kid, say kid rolls up in 1983 Ford LTD. beat to crap, but it gets him from A to B and you know, back and forth from home to the job and back home. Okay. And he goes, look at that piece of crap you got. Look what I got. I got this Cadillac over here. You know, and the kid looks up at him and says, that's awesome. That's an awesome car. You did really good. Instead of feeling bad about himself for what he drives, because he knows what he's got, he tells the ego guy, hey, that's awesome. I'm happy for you.
Right.
And then the ego guy's, well, I live in a mansion. And the other guy goes, I got an apartment with my girlfriend. You know, we're happy. I'm happy you got that, but you know, we're good where we are right now. That ego guy, he's going to get pissed off eventually because he cannot put that person down. That person has already been through their ego death.
Yep.
He is not going to put that person down. And eventually that guy is going to go like, what the? And eventually he's going to start thinking, then he's really going to think. And then maybe he might do some work on himself.
I hope so. I don't think it's going to be much of a choice come July. I don't know. It's going to be exciting. July is going to be exciting. We're going to have to see. I don't know what this configuration is, but it's going to be fun trying to decode it. It's going to be fun to look at it.
Yes.
Dang. I wonder where this is going to go on the U.S. chart.
Hopefully in a positive direction.
I think this is all positive.
We need positive direction.
We're in positive energy. It's just rebuilding energy.
Yeah.
And it's people that are, you can't give into fear or just rise above it right now.
The underground people are trying to fight the growth so bad that it seems like nothing's getting accomplished, but yet it is behind the scenes.
Yeah.
You know, it takes time to change legislature. It takes time to build a case against somebody. It takes time to convince people you've been duped for years by the media. But a lot of people are finally understanding that. We just got to be patient and look at both sides of the story. Study both sides. Do it,
always.
But do your own homework. Don't trust the media. Don't trust the media.
You just cannot. You just can't right now. But I'm looking forward to July 4th.
Thanks, Ryan. Hey,
July 4th is going to be good. But I'll do for the next show. I'll do the U.S. solar return chart for July.
Sorry for the dings.
Oh, I'm dinging too. Sorry. I'll do the solar return chart too. And we'll go through last year's solar return chart because I've started working on that. Yeah. I did not know, and I found this out in the chart that I didn't know this. And I thought, what we talked about this last year, and I'm like, well, there's one thing that really happened was the crackdown on crime.
Yes.
And I did not know that the FBI moved all of its agents out to out to do real work, police work.
Yes.
And 8 out of the 10 people on the most wanted list have been caught.
Yes, they have. My scammer was caught. Now, here's an interesting fact. Last time you said there was a balance between, for the justice system.
Yeah.
I called my FBI agent. Yes, people, I literally have an FBI agent. Yeah. And I said, hey, where are we at on my case? And what she told me was basically for a long time, they caught the people, but nothing was getting done because there were so many different departments doing the same thing. They were not communicating with each other. So nothing was getting accomplished. There was one agent. Hey, Noodles. There was one agent that saw that, talked to all the departments and said, hey, let's streamline this. You do this, you do this, you do this, you do this. Let's streamline it. And so that's what they did. So things are getting accelerated now because of that. And in the scope of government, whether it's the FBI, Congress, Senate, whatever, there are so many departments that are doing the same job. And our current administration, SVT, is trying to eliminate that because that wastes so much money, so much time, so much resources, paper, electricity, you name it. So he's trying to get things streamlined. The FBI is trying to get things streamlined. Dan Bongino said, hey, when I walked in there, it was a mess. We're trying to get things streamlined. The Minneapolis fraud, they've been looking at that for a while, but Nick Shirley put it out. And so the media had no choice but to start reporting on it. And once the media had to start reporting on it, then our elected officials decided, yeah, maybe we probably ought to do something about that. Hey, FBI, yeah, go ahead and go.
That's wonderful.
They've been collecting evidence for a long time. It takes time.
That you wait until Jupiter hits that ninth house. When Jupiter hits that house, watch courts, watch the court system, watch the judiciary, watch that.
Maybe I'll get lucky.
If you're going to get things back or get stuff done, it's going to be Aries rising. What house of yours will that go into? Oh, it's going into your where's it going? Leo. It's going into your fifth house.
Change.
Right?
Okay.
Leo. Let me look. Hi.
Noodles.
Noodles is trying to solve cases.
Mama got kisses.
Noodles is trying to solve cases, aren't you?
Heck yeah.
We've been working on cases, haven't we?
Absolutely, Cindy.
She thinks she can go outside now for some reason. I don't know what it is.
Well, mine thinks he can too, but he's not allowed.
Yeah, she's not either. Now she's darting for the door. I don't know what that's all about.
There's too many strays here in this town with too many fleas, ticks. It's not safe for an inside cat to be outside.
Yeah, she only runs out to like one block on the sidewalk, and then girl.
That concrete feels different. They're not used to it. It's like, whoa, what's this?
Fifth house. You know what the fifth house is? That's love life.
Bring it.
Yeah, bring
the
it.
Right way.
Aries rising. Jupiter's going to be hitting your love life. And that's going to be going into your house of creativity, your children, what you enjoy doing, fun things, hobbies. It's a great house to go into.
Well, I've been wanting to take the kids and the grandkids to the zoo. Maybe I should take the kids and the grandkids to the zoo.
Oh, it'll be great. Yeah, that's what it'll be. Kids, grandkids, romance, creativity. That's where Jupiter is going in Leo. So that'll be good. That'll be good, won't it?
I would be okay with that.
So, well, hon, have a great week. I thought you would like that Enoch stuff. I think it's interesting.
It is. And if you really do a deep dive into it, you will freak yourself out.
Oh,
and
then
I know. You will want to go into the other removed, lost books of the Bible. The Secret Book of John, the Apocryphy of Adam.
They're all there.
A lot of them. The Ethiopian Bible has all of the canons.
That's the one I like.
Yeah. So if you really want to learn about your religion, dig. And you have to dig. Like I had to dig on Algol. Remember Algol? And everybody was like, oh, it's the demon star. It's the demon star. No. Demon or Damon?
Demon.
I understand. But verbiage, demon or Damon.
Well,
when it hits, one's got a job to do.
It's not the demon star. It's what people have made up.
Right. But what I'm saying is, depending on who you are as a person, it could hit you like a demon, or it could hit you like a Damon and protect.
Well, if you're not walking with integrity and you've got algal in your chart, it's going to be off with your head. You lose your head.
Still got mine.
You, you don't have algal prominent in your chart because it would be in a Taurus. It would be like up in a Taurus placement.
And that's the Taurus is opposite of Scorpio.
Yeah. Algal was very prominent, but because it was just up around with Uranus, but it's gone now.
I tried not to giggle.
God, forget it. It sat up there for in 2024. It sat up. It sat up on. It was there forever.
Yeah.
So, but that was interesting. But I'll look at the solar return from last year, and we'll see how much came to fruition. Because it's going to be interesting because in the U.S. chart, Uranus conjunct Mars is going to be in United States' solar return for all of 2026.
Yeah.
And that is powerful. I don't know about that. I'm going to have to ask Grok about that. AI time.
Okay.
Because that means massive innovation, massive push for technology. That and Mars is just pushing it.
And with that comes a massive need for more electricity. And with that, hang on. I know what everybody's thinking. But let me put this out to the universe. Okay. Let me speak my words out to the universe. Maybe with this much need for electricity, they will finally allow the devices,
it's coming,
and they exist, that can literally pull electricity from the ether. They have been made. And then those people that made them were unalived.
They're
and
disappearing.
The device disappeared. Guy made a car that ran on water. It would use electrolysis to separate the oxygen and the hydrogen, and it burned the hydrogen. There was a guy that made a carburetor that you could get over 200 miles to the gallon. The big oil industry tried to purchase that carburetor. He said no. He wasn't around very much longer after that. So the technology is there. We've had it for a long time. We have anti-gravity technology.
That's right.
They ain't going to tell you that, but we do. They have healing, med beds. They have that technology. But maybe now that they want to push AI so hard, maybe some of this will start coming out. That's what I'm praying for.
I think there's no doubt. There's no question about it. Yeah, absolutely.
You're in my head. Yes.
There's no doubt about that. No doubt about that.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about that.
Yeah. The Rife machine. I don't remember his first name, but there was a guy, his name was Rife. He made a machine that vibrated at certain frequencies. And when those certain frequencies were pointed at, cells in the petri dish, he figured out what frequency killed cancer cells, what frequency killed parasites, what frequency killed this disease. And he was taken out.
Yeah.
And the machine went bye-bye.
We're on 14.
But now on, if you Google search the Rife machine, all of a sudden on Facebook, you will get so many ads about frequency generators that help you heal. The technology is coming out. People are remaking it. So I was
watching something about that, and you can actually buy one, but they're frightfully expensive.
Not all of them.
Well, I wasn't going to get one.
Oh, if I can, I'm gonna.
Well, I'll wait for it to come to Amazon. I'll wait for it to come on Amazon to get one.
Go to Amazon and Google search Rife machine, REIF machine. I bet you find one.
I wonder if Amazon's got one. We'll see. And then, but I'll do that for next show. But we got another month ahead of really good energy. So let's see. I forget who was talking about them. Yeah, Rife Machines, Cancer Research UK.
Yep.
Low energy waves. Amazon.com. You can get one on Amazon.
Imagine that. Royal Raymond Ripe, yes. Now he uses key coils and scalar waves, yes. He had Cody on, or she had Cody on her show. He uses one in the quantum room, yes. I think I caught a bit of that show.
That's where I learned about it, Cindy.
This woman is so knowledgeable about healing. Go follow her. Go follow her.
That's where I kept thinking, where did I hear that? Cindy told me about it.
Yes. There are ancient underground rooms and caves and tunnels, and they are highly polished walls in granite. They can't figure out how they did it, but the room will vibrate at like 111 megahertz. It is designed to heal. Different megahertz, different healing factor. And they're all over the world. It's not a one and done. The monks, they concentrate on a certain frequency, and they can go out and sit down in the middle of winter, soaking wet in the snow. Somebody wrap a wet sheet around them, and they can dry that sheet. It is amazing what the human body can do when you get the right frequency.
So now you can go to different, here's a place in Tampa, Harness the Healing Power of Frequency, where they're having therapy. They're having little clinics and places you can go get Rife therapy.
Yeah. Yeah.
There you go.
My chiropractor has a machine that uses frequency to activate stem cells. And I'm saving up. I'm going to try that on my neck.
That's neat. See, look at all of this stuff is out there right now. We're just not looking for it. Mm-hmm. It's all there, like you say.
Yeah.
It's there.
And it's all of a sudden right here in our face when the original people that came up with it were taken out because of, I'm going to say it, big oil, big pharma.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, Renee, I hear you. Give me a med bed. I will crawl in that and stay for a week.
Yeah. I think they're coming. I think it's all coming. So I think it's here. So, well, I'm going to jump off of here.
Yeah, me too.
So we'll have a great week, and we'll look at the solar return chart in 2 weeks, July 4th.
Sounds good.
250th birthday.
250, Independence Day.
Wonderful.
Let's pray for some good news. Let's put out to the universe that we want some good news on that day.
Keep your fingers crossed on that day. We got a good solar return chart.
Yeah, don't listen to the media. Don't listen to the doom and gloomers. Just
hell no.
Positive things to come for ourselves and for our country and for the world and the universe.
I'll be honest. I can't wait for our election to get over with tomorrow so this energy can get out of here. Can you imagine what the energy feels like here right now?
Oh, God.
Can you think about it?
I mean, the aliens are going, okay, we're up next. But my God, look at them. We can't go down there right now.
No. This whole, it's all over social media. And it's like, you should be here at ground zero. You think it's bad on social media? Be at ground zero.
Yes. What Jan just said. Okay, fasting, it resets your immune system. Church bells, the old ways. Okay, if you walk into a church, you will notice they all have different stained glass windows and different bell sounds. That is a specific healing frequency. The light shines through that window. It creates a frequency of light. that bell rings, it creates a frequency of sound,
Yep.
but it's been hijacked. It's been hijacked.
Well, it's all coming back. It's all back. It's here.
Slowly.
It's here. It's here. But be safe, everybody, from the storms. If you're in a storm path, be
Yes.
safe, be weather aware, and be careful. Nasty
Yes.
storms. So be safe there. Because you
And-
guys are really getting them. You're on the bullseye tomorrow and Tuesday, or Tuesday and Wednesday too for more storms.
We got hammered.
I know. Gosh.
Not as bad as we did 3 or 4 years ago. 3 or 4 years ago, I didn't have this room. What I had was a basement and block walls all the way up to my roof. And Christy was down staying at the rental. We were doing some paranormal stuff, and we were over here working. And storm kicked up. We couldn't get back to the rental, and 4 tornadoes touched down around Wymore, and my old windows blew into my house. That was interesting. It flooded so bad that water was coming into my garage door, into the garage door, going into the kitchen, running into the basement. I made a video of it. It was a gnarly night. You know, we were looking out my second story window from the basement, watching the trees bend over halfway, not breaking. I did not know how those trees did not break, but they didn't.
Gosh, well, be careful. Be careful next couple of days.
Yes.
All of us be careful.
Yeah. And if they say be prepared to take cover, be prepared. But
Do it.
Normally I'm on the front porch with a beer watching.
Yeah.
And like I said, absorbing the energy. But the energy of these, it's not right.
Something's weird. There's something off.
Yes.
There is. So we'll be safe. Have a good couple of weeks. And I'll see you then.
All right. Have fun.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks. Night. Yeah, absolutely. Grounding is a huge thing. You know, when they wanted to start controlling the populace, what did they make? Rubber-soled shoes. Now they make grounding shoes that have a piece of copper going from your foot to the ground. It's the thing. They have grounding sheets, grounding mats. I have grounding sheets. I love them. It helps with the pain. It helps with sleep. Grounding is nothing more than, hey, you too. Thanks, Janice. They call it earthing also. Walking in the yard on your bare feet. You have negative ions and positive ions, one from you, one from the earth, and it creates a balance. It heals. Yes, exactly, Jan. I really feel that's why these storms were so strong. I mean, these were mega cells. They used a word, I don't remember what it was, but they haven't used in decades. We got hammered here in Nebraska, and it's going to go into Iowa and right up towards the Great Lakes. Yes, this is Nebraska. Yes, we live in Tornado Alley, but I'm 56. I've lived here all my life. This year was different. It was different. And we had a lot of those white lines in the sky lately doing different things. So, I don't know, hopefully. I got lucky this year. A couple limbs down, that's it. So, we'll see what happens. But let's hope for some better things to come. Let's do our shadow work. If we can, let's help others do their shadow work. If we can't, let's help find someone that can. Again, thank you for joining us here tonight, and join me and Jan and Renee next Monday as we talk about something. We usually kind of dig deep into our lives and share something personal in order to try to help teach you. We are working on getting some special guests on. We want to do a new little series. I'm not going to let it out yet. Guess somebody will steal it. So Stay tuned. And once we get these guests lined up, we'll let you know what's going on. And hi, Thor. There you are, buddy. He's been knocking stuff off. Swat. Thunk. Gee, I walk across the yard and just get negativity. Yeah, those little thorn things. Yeah, I get that. So hit the beach. Maybe there aren't any there. Hit the water. I don't know. That's another thing you can do to ground is get in the water. Even a shower. Take a shower. Run your finger into water if you're downtown. That water comes in through the ground, through the metal pipes, comes out, runs over your finger and back down into the drain and back down into the ground. That's grounding. There's all kinds of different ways you can do it, but it's important. Am I good at it? No. So I need to work on that. But like I said, on that note, join us next week. Oh, wait, here's Cindy. Hey, you too. Yes, he kind of does think he's the boss. But he's not. I am. But don't tell him that. He'll want more cookies. All right. Thank you. I'm going to head out and we'll see you next week. Okay. Do some good.